Hi everyone, Callum here from FSElite, and I am really thrilled to be releasing a whole bunch of videos dedicated to celebrating 3,000 subscriptions on YouTube. So firstly, thank you to you guys for subscribing to us. It means the world to us that you've decided to like us enough to continue watching our content, and it really does motivate us to continue providing some of the best content available for you guys. And it couldn't have been done alone. So we are very fortunate to have three really dedicated, passionate and incredible YouTubers assist us in terms of creating the content as well. So what we're going to do over the next couple of days is I'm going to sit down and chat to Patrick, to Shane and to Osama as well, to discuss kind of why they make YouTube videos, what drives them, and what it's like for them to create content for FSElite, just to give you guys a little bit more of an appreciation for it, a bit of insight, and also for us to really say thank you as well for their hard work. So I am today joined by Shane, or as some of you may know him, FSElite. Hi Shane, how are you?
Hey Callum, how you going? I'm doing well.
Good stuff, yeah, not too bad. I know it's quite late for you because I know you're based down in Australia. So, you know, thank you very much for your hard work and dedication over the last couple of months with FSElite. So, I guess for maybe those who aren't familiar with yourself or with your work, maybe tell the viewership about yourself and kind of what you do and how you do it.
Okay, so apart from the FSElite videos and doing videos for them, I also have my own flight simulator YouTube channel, which is the FSElite Simmer channel, and that's been going for about over 2 years now. Got about getting steady to 6,000 viewer base there, and the reason why I started that YouTube channel was more for myself to be able to fly different aircraft and learn different aircraft and fly all around the world. And I was hoping that the viewers there would be able to teach me a few things, because I'm originally started pretty light on knowing the different rules and regulations and around the world. And also I wanted to use it as an excuse to flight sim more by doing a flight at least once a week and creating a video. And then it sort of turned into something more where I thought I'd buy a lot of add-on aircraft, and I thought it might be a good opportunity and a good base to give people a bit of a first look at different aircraft and see if it's actually worth buying out there, because there is a lot of stuff out there and some of it's a bit overpriced, and I thought it was a good way to portray what's good and what's not, and do it in a fun and entertaining way. And I've got a lot out of it, and everything that I've learnt for the FSElite Simmer channel has come from watching other people's YouTube videos, so it's been a great opportunity and a lot of fun along the way.
And you say you've definitely had some fun. I mean, if you haven't already, you know, check out his channel, because he gets into some of the most crazy videos you've seen. I mean, one of his most recent videos is, you know, how he test drives some of these aircraft, such as the Airbus Diamond. He's test flight the Just Flight C-152. But he also does a whole bunch of other things as well, so thinking about top 5 must-have add-ons, first impressions, and also and this one I watched the other day because I thought it was a pretty good video, but also how to get the most realistic flight simulator for under $200. So you definitely have produced a varied range of content as well. So with so much content and different styles and stuff that you've done, what's probably been the biggest challenge you've faced whilst creating some YouTube content, Shane?
I would say probably the biggest thing is learning from scratch and getting the right setup, and then learning how to edit, because I didn't know how to do any of that. So one of the most important things is to have good qualities, for instance a microphone and an audio setup, and it was actually learning how to do that. If I go back and watch, you know, some of my older content, it's rubbish, and I get a big laugh out of it, because I wouldn't subscribe to my channel 2 years ago, that's for sure. So just learning everything from scratch and filtering through all the different content that's out there with people helping you, and to have the best capability and the best quality of content out there that's entertaining. So I'd say that would have been the biggest hurdle.
How long have you been making YouTube videos now, Shane?
Since the channel started. So the very first video that went up on the Oz Flight Sim channel, that's the very first video that I did. So that was I think that was New Year's Eve 2016. Yeah, so just over 2.5 years.
Oh wow, so you've definitely done a lot, and I'm just going through some of your older content now as well, and you can see where that progression's gone from, you know, some of the icons you've used and stuff to kind of where you stand today in terms of using, you know, different themes, and you've got these cool little icons as well. Do you remember your first video, and what was it like to finally publish?
I watch it now and then for a little bit of a laugh, because yeah, it was I think it was like a air hauler, or it was one of those type of themes where, you know, you buy an airline and you do different flights. And my aim was to jump into like a Bonanza. I think it was the default Bonanza A36 in P3D, and fly that around the world. So that was the first airline pilot, actually, I think it was, and just fly around the world and film that. So I did that on a very old computer that was purchased from a department store, so it looked absolutely rubbish, and I think it's got about under 100 views. So yeah, it's it's not the most entertaining content, but I think the main thing is making the first video, then making the second, and just you get better as you go. But I get a lot of laughs when I go back and watch some of the old stuff.
I can imagine. And do you remember kind of like some of the first comments you received when you published that video?
Yeah, I think there was some comments in there, and I was surprised that anybody would watch the video. So a lot of it was, oh, you know, there's an Australian person doing YouTube content. So at the time there wasn't many at all. I think there's a few of us now, but there wasn't many. And I think that was probably more of the comments that I was getting. And it was great to actually get some comments, because I didn't think I would have anybody out there that wanted to watch or listen to anything that I had to say at the time. Interesting.
So you've definitely done a lot of content since. Just trying to find your video count, but YouTube's not playing game with me at the minute. But you know, there's 2 years worth of content here. Do you kind of remember maybe what your favorite video was, and why it was your favorite video?
There's probably a couple of favorite videos. There was one when I did a flight in Korea, in North Korea, so that was a good one. There was a Terraflora one that I did. There's a lot of videos that you do, and sometimes you think they're your best work, but they don't get as many views as you would like to hope. And then there's some videos that you think, oh, that's absolutely rubbish, no one's going to watch that, and they're the ones that sort of seem to get the best views. But the ones that I have that have the best cinematics in there is because I like music and I like cinematics to make it entertaining, and they're my favorite ones. So, but generally they're the ones that sort of go under the radar a little bit.
Excellent. And I think that's what makes this hobby interesting, is you're not restricted to kind of one place or one type of transportation. I mean, you've got a whole range of different locations and weather and aircraft that it is pretty much limitless in terms of what you can make as well.
Yeah, I think that the number one thing is variety and keeping it different. So different aircraft, different locations, different routes, dangerous landings, and now different simulators. It's getting very competitive out there, and we've got a couple of great simulators. So now it's sort of expanding that into the X-Plane 11 world too. So.
And is that your advice to kind of up-and-coming YouTubers, is to work on variety?
Yeah, that would be my #1 tip, and that's also a tip that, you know, I've asked other YouTubers out there, and the #1 tip they do pass back is keep it different, do a lot of different things, just have large variety, and that way you'll have a good scope out there to a larger audience. And you know, no one wants to watch the same thing over and over, so try to keep it different and entertaining.
And I hope that there's going to be some people watching, listening, who kind of feel a bit inspired by your story, your journey, because I think what I've always been really keen on doing is finding YouTubers such as yourself, such as Patrick, who, you know, they've done some great work, but are just kind of looking for that extra way of like selling their content and pushing it out to the community. And I like to hope that we've kind of helped you engage with the community a lot more and increase your viewership. And I certainly hope there are YouTubers out there who may even consider joining the FSElite team as well, to kind of do the same thing, but also to produce content to reach a large audience as well.
Yeah, I totally agree. FSElite's been a great help in getting a bigger and broader reach, and also I've used the FSElite platform to, I think the best videos that I've ever done will be on the FSElite channel, and the reason for that is because I like to try new different things, and I think there's going to be a different audience there, so I try to push myself as much as possible in the edits and the things that we do, to make the videos look as best as possible. So I use that as a bit of a playing ground, and it seems to work, and I think the best content that would be on that channel.
Well, thank you very much. No, but honestly, your work is really appreciated, and again, it's because of the likes of yourself that we've managed to grow as rapidly as we have in the YouTube channel space as well. So honestly, thank you, Shane. We really appreciate your hard work, and we hope you continue to make amazing content for both FSElite but also for your channel as well, because I know your subscribers really appreciate the work and stuff you put in there.
Yeah, for sure. I'll be doing this for a long time now, and moving on to different things. And I was actually doing a VR video this afternoon, and plus a couple other things in the works there. So I'll be producing more and more content and keeping it up, and still enjoying it. So it's great.
Fantastic. So before we go, just want to inform you guys of how you can win some fantastic prizes from Sim Market. So again, to celebrate 3,000 subscribers, they have given us the opportunity to give away some Sim Market vouchers. So we have 3 on offer. We have one valued at 25 euros, we have one valued at 50 euros, and the big grand prize is one valued at 100 euros. All the details on how to win will be in the description below. But again, huge thanks to Sim Market as well for providing us this opportunity to give away, again, more prizes to the community, and best of luck to all those who enter. Before we go, Shane, is there anything else you would just like to add to either your viewers or to the FSElite viewers?
Yeah, for sure. I'd like to say thank you very much for everybody's viewership. Every second, every minute of the videos that you watch is very important to us, and thank you very much for the support. Appreciate every comment. Anybody that's left a comment on either FSElite or the Ozflight Simmer channel, appreciate that, and a like. And I thank everybody for all their support, and we'll continue to keep making great content on both channels to support you guys out there in the flight sim community. So thank you.
Excellent. And once again, Shane, thank you so much for your hard work. It's a real pleasure having you on the team. So please, again, if you haven't already, subscribe to Flight Simmer. It's some amazing stuff. You won't be disappointed. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to FSElite, then do so now, because you'll also be in the chance to win some sim market vouchers. So that's it from us. So make sure you stick with FSElite. We're going to have a few more videos as well, looking at Patrick, so the flight sim deck, and Osama as well for Q8 Pilot, where they're going to be discussing their YouTube stories as well. So from myself, thank you once again, and we'll see you all again soon. Bye bye.